Hey guys, this is Thomas from Stylized Station, and I wanted to make a continuation video off of the previous PBR validation mini tutorial that I was doing. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave a link in the top so you can go see that one for yourself and get a basic rundown of what PBR validation is and how PBR works. Basically, as a quick overview, we have a filter that when you drag it on top, red means it's not ready for PBR, green means it's acceptable, and I went through all the steps showing you how to change those values to make it acceptable for whatever engine that you're putting it in. So let's leave that at that. I don't have to go into detail for that. So I actually received a really awesome comment from another person on YouTube, and I can't find his comment. It looks like he deleted it, but basically he let me know that there's actually a filter out there that is 100% free that will actually do the change for you automatically. So it'll take these red values and put it into the acceptable green values, and it does it instantly. So I wanted to show you guys how to do that. Now, first off, you have to download it from here on Gumroad. I'll leave a link in the description, but basically this is exactly where you're gonna be downloading it from. It's called the Automatic PBR Fixer for Substance Painter. It's by Gregorio, and he's made it totally free. So all you have to do is download it off of Gumroad. You can put the price in as 0. If you want to give him a tip, then you can put in some money. Just make sure at the very least you rate it and give him 5 stars, because this is an awesome filter, and I highly recommend using it for basically everything. Okay, so just to explain how it works, once you have it downloaded, it'll download as an S-bar file, and you can actually just simply drag and drop that S-bar file into right here, and it'll pop up with an import option, and you just import it as a filter. That's all you do, and then it'll appear right here, and this is what it looks like. So just like the PBR validate, just how you drag the PBR validate to the top of the stack, we're going to be dragging the automatic PBR fixer for Substance Painter right to the top of the stack as well, and it's going to automatically fix those values. So let me show you how that works. Just drag it right to the top of the stack, and we'll delete this. Oh, I think we have to delete that first. Just like that. And then now that it's fixed, let's drag the PBR filter on top, and you can see it's perfect. It's green. Everything's good and now within acceptable range, and it was barely a change. So let's do that again, and let me show you. So just so you guys know, this won't dynamically update, so it looks like you have to re-add it. So it's always good to add this first. So let's add it to the stack first, and you take a look at the axe, and you watch how the values just slightly change. Just like that, just a slight bit lighter. That's all it was. And now it's gone from unacceptable to completely acceptable, extremely easy to use. And I basically did nothing. So now there's actually a few new options that come with it. The filter now gives you the option to switch to pure metals mode, and it will only affect the base color map while preserving the metalness values, which means this will ensure that your pure metals that you've set to 1, they stay at 1, while the base color values may be changed, right? So for people who are asking how metal PBR validation works, that's basically how it works. So this does it automatically for you. Now, the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to test it on a couple of more things just to show you guys how easy it is and how easy it is to apply to basically every single asset. So let's see. I'm gonna pick this one. Now, this is the Alchemist Essentials. This is an asset that is available to download and to texture in my 3D artist coloring book. Basically just a way to texture and practice texturing. It's just a bunch of free professional files like this that you can mess around with. So let's pick the scroll itself, and I'm going to PBR validate that one. So this is targeting the scroll here, and I've got a bunch of layers and a lot of pure black, so this is probably going to fail, especially in the metals. So let's drag the PBR validate on top first, and you can see that, yeah, the metal isn't really acceptable for use in PBR. So let's remove that and drag the automatic filter on top, and you can see it's just slightly lightened the values. And now when you put the PBR validate on top of that, it's green. It's perfect, ready to go. Amazing. So basically you would do that for every single texture set that you have, the wax, the scroll. I won't go through every single one, but basically you go through them one at a time until they are all good, and then you have a fully PBR validated set using 2 completely free tools, which is incredible. Let's do one more, and I've already tested this, but I want to show you exactly what happens when it doesn't work perfectly. We're gonna use a realistic chest here that I kind of put a stylized twist on myself. Again, this is available in the 3D Artist coloring book, but we'll leave that for now. So when you pull up the validate, a lot of the metals are probably too dark, and then some of the ambient occlusion and some of the dirt around here aren't going to work as well. So around here, along the bottom doesn't really matter, and the same thing around here. So what we're mainly going to fix is the dirt, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's remove it. And you're going to see that when I drag the automatic PBR Fixer on here, it's going to make some of these values a little too bright. And that might be my fault when I was originally texturing, because I may have made these browns too dark in the first place. So it contrasts very poorly. With this dirt that's almost like a white at this point. So what we're going to do is we can probably fix this ourselves, because the automatic filter, it isn't perfect, but it does work for 99% of the time. So I would still recommend using it. So the reason this is red is because my dirt layer is pure black, and that's not acceptable. So let's raise the value just ever so slightly to a slightly darker, so you can still see that there's some ambient occlusion and dirt around here, and it's a gray, and it's not an obvious white like this, like it was before. Let's keep it down here, just so it's not an absolute black. Maybe add some red to it. A little bit. Just like that. So now, let's remove the PBR. Let's keep the PBR Fixer on, because it's still making some changes, and let's drag that on top. And just like that, pretty much everything's fixed. I would say that's all green. Now with the automatic PBR Fixer, it does seem to be fixing the red as well now. And let's remove that again and see what changes it makes. Right, so it does, when it's off, it keeps everything nice and dark. When you apply it, it just lightens up the metal a bit and does do some lightening around here. So just like that, that actually worked a little better than I thought. Now we have pretty much a fully validated PBR asset that can be used in an engine. You won't have any issues with it. Super easy to use, and I highly recommend you guys use it for pretty much every asset that you're working in. So that's it for the video. I just wanted to show that to you guys. I know the last video got a lot of questions, so hopefully this helped out a little more and explained some. I might do some more videos later, but that's pretty much it, guys. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you like this video, give it a like or leave a comment. These help the channel, and it lets me know that you guys want to see more of this. So hope this helped, guys. I'm Thomas from Stylized Station, and I will see you guys in the next video.